What's going on, guys? Welcome back yet to another video. So today this video I'm going to do a quick recap on the trades that I analyzed on Monday, and so that you guys can see how they played out, and also I'll be sharing with you guys the ones that I took and the ones that I missed, and also the ones that I lost. So definitely make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, so that you don't miss the opportunities that I'll be posting here. Like on Mondays, I'll be posting the markets that I'll be interested in taking for the week. Then on Friday, I'll be doing recaps on those markets, how they've played out, and which trades that I took. So without said, let's hop in. So the weeks begin with the Euro USD. And as you know, I don't take a trade unless I have 2 time frames in sync or 3. So with that said, Euro USD, we had the weekly bullish. As you can see here, the weekly was bullish. And how do I know that it's bullish? As you can see here, we were having a bearish move, creating lower lows and lower highs, lower low and lower high, lower low. Then here, market structure, market structure, market structure, market structure. Then we shifted, we broke above this lower high, making this market now bullish. Here we created a higher low, a higher high, and now we need a higher low. I don't know where it will be, but we need it. So this is where I go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we were, let me analyze this. We were bullish, heading to the upside, heading to the then we shifted bearish, breaking this this higher low, making this market now bearish. This is where we were on Monday. So then here is where I went on the 4-hour time frame to look for possible places where I can enter or find my area of interest. So this is where I found that we have a beautiful, left, and the head, then the right shoulder, which was here. So it had already wait a second, that's a mistake. Wait a second. We had a beautiful left head, and then the tiny right shoulder, which had already shifted structure here. So then we had the pull we were having now. I was waiting for this pull back here to this zone, then get my entry, then enter this trade. So as you can see here, I entered this trade on this bearish engulfing candlestick here on a Monday. On this bearish engulfing candlestick here, I entered this trade. It tried playing out in some profit, then New York session came in with liquidity grab. This market managed to take me out of this trade. So by here I was out of this trade. My stop loss was hit. So that was it for that trade. I was like, you know what, let me just wait for now the 4-hour shift of structure. since we were here. So I was just waiting for a 4-hour shift structure to break this higher low. Once we break it, the retest and then enter. So the break happened, but the retest wasn't there, so I didn't enter this trade, and that's how I missed my second entry on this trade. And as you can see right now, it's still live. We have 52 minutes for it to close. So this is how this market trade, I missed it. Here I was taken out, then here I missed entering it, but also it's a Friday and the market doesn't have enough volume, so I didn't enter. Then the other market that also I was interested in was GBP CAD. So with GBP CAD I was also interested in buys, but since it didn't play out the way I wanted it, I didn't enter it. So GBP CAD on the weekly we are bullish. Then on the daily also we were bullish when I was analyzing this market. Here we were still bearish, as you can see, creating lower low, lower high, lower low. We broke above this previous lower low, making now this market bullish, creating new higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So I was waiting for a new higher high. I was waiting for a pullback to this zone here, then wait for my entry to enter. So this is where I go back to the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame also we were bullish. By the time I was looking to take this trade, we were here creating new higher highs, higher low, higher high. So at this point I was waiting for a retracement to this zone so that I can enter, but I didn't get my entry, so I ended up missing this trade, and it played very well. If I had entered it early, it wasn't London session or New York, so I could not enter this trade. If I had entered earlier as the market opened, I would have got this 1 to 6 risk to reward, but so I didn't enter because it wasn't the time that I trade, and also I didn't get my entry signal, so I avoided entering that trade. But then as I was looking at around Thursday, there was a bearish push to the downside. They ended up breaking this 4-hour structure, so making now the 4-hour bearish. Then my mindset changed. I was like, no, what? Now I'm interested in the sales, since this market has shifted bearish. So that's why I have this risk to reward 2 placed here for sales. I don't know how they call it, but I had it placed there for sales. And then we go to the daily time frame. The daily we had also closed bearish. If you notice, we were having higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and we shifted, closing under this time frame. This higher low, making now this market bearish. So what I was waiting for, a quick retracement to this area of interest, and then the push to the downside as it happened here. But as you know, I missed it. Next trade. So the next trade was Euro card. Euro card was happened to the perfection. If only I had paid attention to it rather than paying attention to Euro USD. But Euro USD looked more cleaner than Euro card. That's why I was paying attention to Euro USD. So with Euro card, we were bullish on the weekly. As you can see, we had the highest point the market has ever been. So we needed a retracement. Also, the other week I'd closed with a bearish pin bar. Yeah, so I just knew we would need that retracement down here, and that's what I was going to trade. So I go on the daily time frame. This is where I find the daily time frame is bearish after having higher high, higher low, higher high. Came and shifted structure, closing under this higher low, making now the daily time frame bearish. So what I needed is a retracement to the area of interest that I drew here as the market, you see, came here. Started with the daily doji. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's right. So it started with this daily market indecision. Then we had 2 days of consolidation of this area of interest. That's why I wasn't interested in this pair. But then we go down on the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, by the time when I was breaking the market, we were here. We had shifted also kind of bearish. As we closed there. Then here we were just busy consolidating at this zone here. So when this shift of structure happened, I was in Euro USD. The retracement also happened beautifully. I was still there. So when I go down to the 1 hour, where I was supposed to enter. So I was supposed to enter at this retracement here. If I go down on the 30-minute, how will it look like? On the 30-minute, we had this beautiful bearish engulfing candlestick here. This is when I was supposed to enter this trade, and I didn't, because I was focused on Euro USD, and that's how I ended up missing on this trade. And but eventually on Thursday there was some retracement. Then I managed to enter, but I closed it earlier because Friday came in and the trade, the week is closing, the volume is low, so this tiny risk reward is where I entered, and I closed my position earlier because it's a Friday and there's not enough volume. So we'll continue with this trade next week and see if it makes it on my list for us to continue trading it. Now the next trade is Euro GBP. Give me a second. Euro GBP. Euro GBP, I was interested in buys. No, I was interested in sales. because the weekly we were bullish, the daily we were bearish. This point here, this was last week's trade where we made some good money, and I shared this also on my free Telegram. Some people maybe capitalized out of it, I don't know. They didn't share with me the results, but I sent this trade. Then this week came in. I was also still looking to continue holding it to this downside, but as you know, the market didn't have enough push to the downside, so it's kind of consolidating. And I didn't enter because I didn't get my entry. The retracement happened beautifully, but I didn't get my entry. As you can see here, we were down here, the retracement happened beautifully up here where you see we are, and we are having beautiful rejections, but I didn't get my entry, so I didn't enter this trade. So let's go to the next trade. Euro AUD. Okay, Euro AUD happened to perfection. It had a reversal pattern. This was a degenerative trade, or a trade that I'm not supposed to enter because it doesn't follow the trading plan. But the reason why I entered is because of this 4-hour time frame. It had a very, 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 very beautiful left head, then the right shoulder which had shifted, then also the retracement happened beautifully. We had here multiple double top rejection from this zone here, which I should have entered to the downside, but I didn't, because my entry point was down here and I was waiting for a shift of structure from down here, which it went on up and way too below. It happened here, so what I wanted was a quick retracement to this zone where I see this arrow, then my entry signal, then boom. But that didn't happen, so I missed it. I was supposed to enter around here and get a 1 to 4, but I missed it. So peace out on Euro AUD. Let's go to the next trade. The next trade is GBP USD. Actually, this trade I'm still in and I need to close it because now we are left with 30 minutes for this week to close. This week's trade to close. Actually, this trade wasn't in my watch list. It was among my watch list, but anyhow, I found myself entering because I missed on Euro USD, I missed on Euro GBP, and then also I missed on AUD, Euro AUD. So I was like, and it was a Thursday, I was like, you know what, I need to get a trade that really has a high probability of playing out and then enter, because I've lost one trade that was Euro USD, and then also I missed most trades, but yet I had predicted them to perfection. So I was like, you know what, I need to find one that will make me, make my losses back. So GBP looked clean. It had the daily bullish by that time I was taking it, and then the 4-hour was bearish. The weekly was bullish, daily was bullish, and it was a counter trend trade. It was a high risk trade. So the 4-hour was bearish. This is where I saw that we were having a push to the upside. Then the market shifted structure, closing under, creating a lower low. So I was like, you know what, since we were here, let me draw a quick area where the market will have a rejection from, and then I sell. So this was that perfect zone here, because every time we are here, we sell. Every time we reach, we reject, we sell. So what could happen here also is the same thing. A retracement to this area of interest, rejection, like you see this bearish pin bar, and then sells. So I entered this trade around New York session. This is where I entered yesterday. This trade around New York session, and currently I'm still in also. I predicted this trade would go down, maybe reach here, but the market volume is that low, and it's a Friday, so I'll need to close it early. We have 30 minutes, so I need to get done with this video quick, close this trade up. With that said, currently we are still floating here. This is the trade I entered, and then let's go to the next trade, which is NZD USD. These are trades that I looked for as last options to enter. NZD on a Thursday. I checked on our daily time frame. Oh, give me a second, bro. On our daily time frame, we had a shift of structure. So you know what? This trade also looks a high probability setup. Then on the 4-hour also we had a shift of structure. We were bullish at this point. We shifted structure bearish. So I saw this retracement coming back here. You know what? Let me find an area of interest so that I can sell this trade. So I found an area of interest, because if you can see, wait a second. You can see with this zone here, every time we are under it, we sell, under we sell, and here now we are above it, we go up, above we head up, above we head up, above we head up, under we had a sell. So we are having a retracement back to this zone. So I was like, you know what, since we have also a beautiful left head and then the right shoulder, which has shifted structure, so we are having a retracement back to that area of interest of this 4-hour to reject the EMA, which we did here beautifully. Then the entry happened, but when it happened, I was asleep. When I woke up, I found this trade that was playing out. So I was waiting for a quick pullback to retest the zone so that I could enter, but it didn't give me on this 4 hours. So I avoided entering this trade, or I just missed it, for simple as I can say it. I missed it, and it played out beautifully too. That beautiful 1-to-6 ratio, risk to reward, I mean. So next week, what I predict here, we might have also next sells, which would be around here, since we have this 24-hour bullish gravy. This is the gravy right over, as they call this, doji. I know I call them rejection candlestick. So yes, we have that rejection candlestick beautifully. So next week we might have our our bearish engulfing candlestick. This week might close with this bearish engulfing candlestick or a rejection. Then next week this market also looks good for sales, so it might make it up on my list next week. So I think, which market did I analyze? NZD JPY. I was interested in sales. This was last week when I entered. I lost due to I was wrong about the direction at that point. And now what I'm waiting for here on NZD is a quick break, retest, and then sell. If it happened, it would be a good trade. So I think, guys, those are the markets that I analyzed. Then also AUD card. AUD card, I analyzed it to perfection, or by the time. Okay, it's not me who analyzed this market. It was Alex G Gonzalez. This guy is the strategy. It's his strategy that I use to analyze this market, and as you can see, his strategy is really good, and I've really learned a lot from this guy. And Alex G, if you're watching this video, man, you've really changed my life in a way that I can't imagine. So set and forget. That's what it tells us to do. Set and forget. So normally, like you see, this is a 1 to 2. Normally we set and forget. The trade plays out to a 1 to 2, has a quick retracement, then boom to maybe a 1 to 3 or a 1 to 4. So that's why we set and forget. We normally don't put our take profits, but we put our stop loss. We minimize our losses, but we maximize our profits. So this trade played out perfectly, and he called it to perfection. He also made good amount of money. He shared this on his private Telegram and also his free Telegram. So if you guys want to check him out, you can also search for Alex G and learn a lot from him, like I did. And with that said, I think this was the last pair on the list. Let me check the one that I'm in, if I can close it. Where are you? GBP USD. Open shot. So we have 29 minutes to closure. So this trade, I think I'll go and close it, and then also I'll post the results on my free Telegram and also private Telegram. So if you guys want to see that, you can maybe follow the free Telegram, where I post also free trade ideas and also the ones that I enter. Sometimes I give signals so that you guys also can make money with me. With that said, I'll see you guys maybe on the next video. And if you haven't subscribed, definitely make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss on the free trade ideas that I'll be sending on Mondays on the markets that I break down, and then on Friday. Without say, peace out.